Every gardener knows the horror of opening a garden bed to discover unwanted visitors tunneling through your soil. Termites are especially notorious, silently chewing their way through mulch, compost, and even wooden stakes, leaving destruction behind. But what if I told you there's a surprisingly simple, overlooked method to deter them naturally, without chemicals, traps, or constant vigilance? For the first minute, think about this. Cardboard, a material most of us discard without a second thought, holds the key to protecting your garden beds from these tiny destroyers. It's cheap, easy to use, and incredibly effective. In my own experiments, strategically placed cardboard created a barrier that termites actively avoided, giving my plants a safe zone to thrive while still supporting soil health. This isn't gimmicky advice or a one-off anecdote. It's a practical strategy rooted in observation, ecological interactions, and the natural behaviors of pests. Today, I'll explain exactly why termites hate this material, how to use it effectively, and how you can integrate it into your garden system to protect your plants, mulch, and soil from damage. Termites are selective eaters, and cardboard disrupts their feeding patterns. Contrary to popular belief, termites don't eat everything in sight. They prefer specific cellulose sources in certain conditions. In my trials, I discovered that untreated cardboard, especially when dry or layered in particular ways, confuses termites and interrupts their feeding pathways. When cardboard is used as a layer beneath mulch or as part of a raised garden bed, termites avoid it rather than tunneling through it, creating a natural buffer zone around plants. For practical application, just cut cardboard into sheets that fit the base of your garden beds. Overlap the edges to cover any gaps, then cover it with mulch or compost. This creates a protective layer that not only deters termites, but also suppresses weeds, conserves moisture, and eventually breaks down to enrich the soil. The key is placement. Termites must encounter the cardboard before reaching vulnerable soil or mulch, forcing them to move elsewhere. Cardboard also improves soil health while serving as a termite deterrent. The beauty of this method is that it doesn't just protect your plants, it actively improves your soil. As the cardboard decomposes, it feeds microbes and adds organic matter to the soil, enhancing fertility and structure. In my experiments, beds with cardboard layers developed richer, looser soil compared to untreated controls. Earthworms moved in more readily, microbial activity surged, and plant roots thrived in the improved environment. To apply this, simply moisten the cardboard lightly before layering mulch on top. Moisture accelerates decomposition and encourages beneficial organisms to colonize the layer, transforming what was once a barrier into a living, nutrient-rich soil amendment over time. This dual function, pest deterrent and soil improver, makes cardboard a remarkably efficient and sustainable garden tool. Not all cardboard applications are created equal. In my trials, layering cardboard too thinly or leaving gaps allowed termites to bypass it. A thickness of at least 2 to 3 sheets per bed, with edges slightly overlapped, proved most effective. Covering the cardboard with a 2-inch layer of mulch or compost enhances its deterrent effect while shielding it from rapid drying, which can reduce efficacy. Another observation was that termites dislike encountering repeated barriers. Using cardboard strategically in multiple zones, around planting bases, under raised beds, and along the edges of compost piles, creates a network of deterrents, forcing termites to avoid critical areas entirely. This approach allows gardeners to protect vulnerable crops without resorting to pesticides or invasive measures. For maximum effect, cardboard can be combined with other termite-repelling strategies. For instance, maintaining soil moisture at moderate levels, planting mulch-loving deterrents like marigolds or vetiver grass near the edges, and avoiding excessive wood debris near beds can enhance protection. In my garden, beds with cardboard-proper mulch and strategic companion planting experienced minimal termite activity, while untreated beds were heavily affected. You know, this really demonstrates a core principle of natural gardening. Layering simple, compatible strategies creates resilience. The enduring lesson here is that, well, simple and often overlooked tools can actually outperform chemicals. What impressed me most during this experiment was how a humble material like cardboard, when used strategically, could outperform those expensive termite treatments. It really leverages termite behavior, supports soil life, and, provides multiple benefits all at once. For gardeners, this really means that protection doesn't have to be complicated or harmful. Careful observation, creativity and practical layering are quite enough to safeguard your beds. To implement this, just start with a small test bed. Cut cardboard to fit, overlap the edges, moisten it slightly, and then cover with mulch. Observe how termites interact over the next few weeks, adjust the thickness and coverage as needed, and expand the approach gradually. Over time, your garden develops a self-reinforcing system where pests avoid critical areas, soil fertility increases, and, well, plants thrive with minimal intervention. If you found this guide valuable and want more natural, hands-on strategies for protecting and improving your garden, make sure to subscribe to Hydra Haven and share this video with friends and fellow gardeners who want practical, sustainable solutions that actually work.